Hello and welcome to the Fourshade Studios podcast, episode 32. I'm Brock Ferguson,
I'm Blake.
along...
Gotcha.
And I'm Devin.
And together we make up Fourshade Studios. Yeah, that's right, Fourshade Studios. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, email, Instagram, YouTube, and maybe
Spotify,
Zanga.
iTunes.
I don't know.
Zanga for sure.
Why you do that, I don't know. But if you want to keep listening in, we're going to talk about Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's been a month since we've talked about Nintendo stuff, and last time we talked about Animal Crossing.
And we're gonna do
So,
it again.
literally nothing has happened in the last month except more Animal Crossing.
That's accurate.
So, Animal Crossing Part 2.
Get ready. The squeak wool.
Is this where,
Ew.
this is where we do the cool intro video,
It's
which
like
you're
the
going to
Animal
animate,
Crossing
right?
logo, like
Our
spinning. It's like.
Our custom Animal Crossing Fourshade logo.
Yeah, so Animal Crossing, we've all at least, quote, beaten the game for a week, as in got KK Slider to
Whoa,
perform some
spoilers.
radical tunes.
Spoilers
No, not spoilers.
for our listeners.
Okay. No, I'll try and keep it light. We all can do whatever we want, and I think we all choose to play Animal Crossing for 6 hours a day. So,
Yeah, still to this day.
Yeah, sometimes more
yeah,
than 6 hours.
literally everything we said last time has held true. And why is that? Devin, why are you playing for 6 hours a day?
Well,
Inform us.
it's probably more like 8 hours, to be honest.
That's accurate. I can attest.
I'm just trying to make
Probably more.
a perfect 5-star town. I don't really know what the requirements are, but I'm gonna try my best. Right now, we've been doing a lot of cosmetic terraforming. We
completely redid our entire layout of our island.
Yes.
It's in progress.
Yes. Although it's getting close to actually looking like something,
True.
which is nice. We're in the process of moving all the houses and buildings right now. We're
Pause right there. Just for some context, as the daily visitor to the island, for a good 3 days, they had literally all of their villagers, like, encased in canyons because they kept building up the land around their house and then giving them nowhere to walk. So it was like a house with land all the way up to the roof on both sides.
Our island
So
was
really
looking
the-
more like a maze than anything else.
This is our design.
Yes.
I don't know if you can see this, but this is our. Can you see that?
Yeah.
This is our road
The audio.
for our island.
Yeah. So we started off with this map that had like a little heart-shaped
We
lake.
drew it out.
And that's where this all began, really. So we picked this map because of the heart-shaped lake and how it reminded us of like Lover's Pond or whatever it's called in Breath of the Wild. And I don't know. It bothered me that it was slightly off-center.
Same. It's just in a
And-
weird place.
Yeah. But you wanted to completely revamp the island, which was not something that I was initially interested in. But we drew that out. It's pretty symmetrical.
That's the one thing I don't like about it.
That it's too symmetrical.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's just not as natural looking.
Well,
It's too late for that, buddy.
We can still make some edits.
alright, you can make them. I've been spending hours and hours and hours doing
I'll do the
this.
finishing touches.
Okay. But we recentered the heart-shaped lake. It was my like goal to cover its outline with pink flowers, which is now a thing. And Blake's and my houses are on opposite sides of it, and behind the lake is a little private beach.
I can't wait until there's a barbed wire fence down the middle of your island because I'm highly expecting that.
That's actually what we talked about. We were like, should we split the island in half and like you just make your half how you want and I'll make it how I want?
Yeah.
That hasn't happened yet, but
No.
there's still
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
and so this is really interesting because you guys have decided to take the whole terraforming and ability to make whatever you to the max, and you're literally doing redoing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, I as you have put a bunch of like rules into the game that aren't, and I'm not terraforming anything I don't have to, and I'm not touching the water. Those are like no nos for me,
Gotcha.
Right.
and I'm having just as much fun customizing my town, doing a completely different direction from you.
Yeah.
Right.
But that being said, I haven't like has the terraforming really been that great? Like you can do whatever you want and you feel like you can do whatever you want, or are there still some annoyances with what you can't do?
I mean, I've been good with it. It's difficult to make like really rounded areas if it's like larger than a 4x4 square space that you start out with. But that's fine. I don't really care that much about that. But the main thing that bothers me is just you have to go one square at a time, and if you don't like line up things perfectly, you just like undo what you just did, and that can be kind of annoying. But other than that, I've been fine.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it takes forever to do the terraforming if you're doing a large area, but I haven't really come across like any big limitations that I could think of.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I don't know. Like, I'm kind of torn on it because it's like I want. Part of me is kind of like likes what you said you're doing with your island, like keeping its base. I don't know, kind of layout, and then like using that as your constraint to be creative. I think like the terraforming almost gives you too much like freedom in a way, and then
Sure.
like you lose some of that like creativity that you would have had like planning around your island when you can
Mm-hmm.
make your island look however you want.
Right. But
Like
it's
that,
all just personal choice. So
yeah. Like the fear like about our island right now is I feel like it's too like almost uniform looking.
Mm-hmm. Like,
I
I really
mean,
liked some of the things that we started doing. Like, I really loved the playground area
Yeah.
and that little neighborhood that was right next to it. And there was
with the
also,
kangaroos, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That was great placement, by the way.
thank you. Yeah, no, I really liked that spot. I don't know, I liked my little outdoor bathhouse thing, which I'm recreating again, but it just looks a little different.
Sure.
But I don't know. I'm having fun with this too because now you can chunk out like specific areas for specific things, which is kind of nice in planning,
Right.
but
I
I
think
don't know.
like you can make like one thing you can make things that already existed on your island like look like have a little bit more variety with the terraforming. Like
Sure.
like let's say your town already has a waterfall, but you want to kind of like spice it up. You can like put land like let's say your waterfall is like 5 spaces wide once it goes over the cliff. Like you can like intersperse like bits of land in between it just to kind of give it a different effect.
Like
Yeah.
little tiny waterfalls going
Yeah,
into.
like they merge into like a greater pool at the bottom or something.
Mhm.
Or like you can do you can do like a 2-story waterfall. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't, but that sounds awesome.
You could basically have terrain built up to the third level. Make think of like a staircase all the way up, and then just like one layer out, the next level down is just one block out, and then you're obviously to the ground level. Just like turn that staircase kind of formation, but just put it into water instead of land.
Mm.
Huh. Okay.
So it looks, it doesn't just go straight to the bottom layer. It has like a little jut out
Yeah.
that the water follows, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the sort of stuff I have to really restrain myself from doing because
Well,
I
that's what I'm
want more
saying. Like you could,
waterfalls.
that's what I'm
But
saying. Like if you want to keep the spirit of your town, but add just like that.
enhance it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think that would really be affecting it too much.
But
And kind of, I think I probably am going to get there, right? But still,
Yeah,
this game's been out not even a month. So I think I'm still holding back in that respect with knowing that's a possibility. But it is cool. It is a possibility that I could start thinking of doing that.
one
And
thing.
go
Sorry, go
ahead.
ahead.
And one thing you kind of, I don't know if you were talking about this specifically, but you talked about you have a river that's 5 spaces long, you can like intersperse land,
yeah.
right?
Mm.
I don't know if you used to be able to do this, but the skipping across little bits of
Oh yeah,
land.
Yeah.
that's new.
So,
That's what I was about
well,
to talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah. I've really enjoyed having little skipping stones.
yeah,
that's like the late game version of the satisfaction of the vault. It's just as fun to do
yeah,
for
Mhm.
some reason, but it's way more convenient and it looks adorable.
Mhm.
yeah. Another thing that I was going to bring up is one that jumping across the little stepping stones is like awesome, and um, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was gonna say
It's
like
totally radical.
I was gonna say you could like I had this idea of like you have a pond and in the middle of it like you can actually like you could think about decorating your water. Like the whole game is thought
Oh,
about like decorating like your land, but you could like put in the middle of a giant pond just like one thing of land and put like I was telling Devin about this like put like a little like a one of those Chinese lanterns like in the middle
yep.
and then just and then like you'd have to create land to get out to the center of the pond and then you'd have to kind of
Yeah.
backtrack and build water on
Yep.
like your way out. But I was thinking like stuff like that, like you could put any piece of furniture out there that's decorative and it'd still be cool.
Mhm.
But like it's just like
It,
you have to twist the way you're thinking. Like instead of decorating like the land, you're decorating like the water.
Yeah.
Sure, the furniture's still going to be on land, but I don't. That's not like the focus.
and I think that really plays into like still why everything's so fun about Animal Crossing. Everything has very, very specific limitations with what you can do. But
Yeah,
at the same time, those limitations are kind of what make getting something to work or to look good like
yeah,
actually satisfying. Like you guys saw that my first iteration of my town, I made a baseball field just using patterns on. And then once I got actual paths, I realized that the rounding ability allowed me to basically replicate the baseball field with an actual path. So I
yeah.
got to like redo it, but it looked even better with the path. And I
Mm.
Right,
wasn't planning on doing that until I started experimenting and realized, hey, I can do this.
Mhm.
right.
And now I've got this awesome baseball field outline on my map, and it looks like a full stadium, and I'm so happy. I mean, it's probably not that amazing, but
I like your whole sports area, and I really like how next to your shops you have like that parking lot slash gas station. I don't know. It's just been really cool to
Yeah,
go to other
it's just the
people's
little
towns
touches.
and like see what kinds of things they come up with that you wouldn't necessarily think of. Um,
that leads that does lead me to one gripe. You can't put anything on cliff walls, and I really want to put like a
Oh,
roadrunner type tunnel on the wall right there, so you can have a parking lot. But
yeah.
alas, you can't.
yeah.
So
Oh,
patch that in, Nintendo.
yeah. That'd be cool. I was thinking when I was thinking for like your baseball stadium, you could like build up like you have your baseball field in the middle, and then you build up
Oh, like
terrain
stands.
bleachers.
around it, and then you
Yeah.
build it up again, and you could put like stadium seating or something.
I've thought about it. I'd have to do so much terraforming. I can't do it yet, but
Yeah,
it'll happen. I
yeah.
want to know if there's bleachers. I don't know if bleachers are an
Well,
item. I
there's.
don't think they.
I haven't found bleachers, but I found kind of seating that looks almost like bleachers.
Hmm.
They're like green. It's like two green seats that are connected to each
Oh,
other.
the public bench or
Yeah,
whatever.
public bench, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
don't know.
I thought about it. It's an ever evolving thing, and once
Yeah,
again, that's kind. Of,
yeah.
yeah.
But I think like I think it'd be cool for like an island type baseball field to just have like random chairs.
What?
Just like a picnic like bench and then like a sofa just as the
Oh,
chairs. Like just kind of like a sandlot type baseball field. Like just
Hmm.
kind of like a put together thing.
Hmm.
right.
But
And that
just
was
a
kind of my
chair.
first thought. I've got a bunch of random crap over there. It's
Hmm.
that random, but yeah. But yeah, so I have an idea, and I'm still building on it as I get more items, and
Yeah.
that's how this game is going to keep going for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, that's the cool part. It's like you start with an idea. I think we talked about this last episode. Like your items kind of influence
Hmm.
what your ideas are, and then like you can really flesh them out now that it's been what
It's been a month.
3 4 weeks
It's been a month. Um.
almost
Well, it came out March 12th, and it's April
20th
14th.
I think.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Um. Yeah. Like I remember, it was towards the beginning of when the game came out, before Isabel came to the island. I got this podium. I was like, I don't know what to do with this, but I
Yeah.
remember Tom Nook came out in front
Mm.
of the town center or whatever to speak every day.
Yeah.
But by the next time the announcements were being made, it was Isabel in her office. I was like, God, okay, what am I
Yeah.
going to do with this now? But now I started working on this thing today, so our little town center is a little off center, so the space in between our two rivers that we have now is like kind of uneven. Like there's on the right side is
Yeah.
the town center, and the left it's like empty space. So on the left side, I'm building like this little area where speeches like are being given.
Yeah.
So I put the podium over there, and that way it kind of evens it out.
Nice.
One thing that I was gonna say before we got off the topic of terraforming is like when a tree is planted too close to like the river or like furniture is
The
placed too close
cliff.
to each other and you have to do that kind of like scooting past
Oh,
it
like a
motion.
sidestep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like hate that. So like that's one thing that I think was good for terraforming. Like let's say a tree is like too close to the river. Like I know it's easy just to move a tree, but like I guess that's one other thing that you could do.
Yeah.
Or if you have furniture that you like where it's located, but it's too like let's not it's like on a cliff top or something and there's just not enough real estate up there, you can
Mhm.
add a little bit more.
Yep. And that's exactly what I've been doing with terraforming. Like for fences, especially, they can't work on half spaces. The whole
Right.
space has to be empty. So
Mhm.
you fill out those little rounded pieces. And like I have a spot that leads to my quote fort where I put a rock item next to like an actual rock and I
Yeah.
keep it purposely close enough that
I
you
saw
can't
that.
just walk through it. You
Devin
have to like,
Devin went
you
there and
can make it through it.
I know Devin went there and was like, "What the heck? Like, why is this like this?" And I was like, "Oh, I know."
Yeah, boy. That's one of my favorite things about the entire island.
I
I
know
have
it's
the
like the greatest
space.
part.
I hate that every Jordan came to my island today and she took the ladder down the cliff to get over there. No, that's not how you do it. You can't do that.
Every every time I've been over there, I have squeezed by the rock.
You need to put rocks on like your cliff top so it makes it impassable.
That's true.
I thought about it, but that would be so annoying. But I've thought about it.
It's a must.
But even with that rock there, sometimes it's kind of hard to get past it. Like sometimes
Oh,
it takes me a couple tries before like I can actually sneak past it.
if I'm fishing just on the ocean, I move that because it is hard enough that I hate doing it. Like, yeah, anybody's on my island, yeah, that place is locked off. Gotta get secure. Oh, I just finally got my upstairs today, and
Oh,
with it, I
nice.
unlocked all of the house customization stuff, and there was a heck of a lot more than I expected.
There's a
Oh
lot.
So,
yeah. I
There's a
haven't yeah, I haven't seen it because I haven't unlocked it, but Devin was showing me some options and it looks pretty
It's
nuts.
really nice. I don't know if I'm sold on the coloring of my house because I have like it looks better to me in like
The
the
preview.
preview,
the
Yeah.
pre
even though it's supposed to look the same. But like I had a yellow like cobblestone outside with like a light blue door, and it looked nice there. But now it just kind of looks like mustard. I don't know if I like it.
Yours did kind of look darker than I thought it was going to.
Yeah. So I may have to
well,
relook at that.
25,000 dollars.
How
That's
much
true.
is it?
It's like 5,000.
That's not too bad.
No.
And then you can move the mailbox, which I don't know if you could do that in New Leaf,
I
but
don't think so, which yeah, that's awesome.
Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, it's such a tiny, stupid thing, but at the same time, I love it so much. I've put my mailbox like on the front of the bridge that leads to my house, so
Mm.
therefore I've claimed like the entire cliff as mine because
It's
the
Yeah.
like your
mailbox.
yard, yeah.
Front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's like
exactly.
what Devin did. Like she put like kind of like a fence around her house, and then like she put it at the edge of her fence, like a little
Hmm.
entryway, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, can we talk about that? So, did you had a driveway with plants on all the corners before or after I did?
It was after. I get inspiration from like every island I go to. I was like, oh, I really like that. I remember telling Blake, I was like, oh, that's really cool. I like how Brock did that. And so then I did. I mean, it looks different than yours,
Sure.
but,
Slightly.
I think that is like a good thing to bring up though. Like you can easily go to other people's islands and just kind of mimic what they have if you
yeah,
like it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
for
that's
all
fun.
the complaints about how I guess kind of clunky online is, I still don't really care. And
I think
we've
it's
spent
fine.
like approximately an hour every day like, going to each other's islands and
Yeah.
raiding
Hmm.
the shop,
Yeah,
literally every day,
Yep.
and it's still it's fun.
yeah. I really enjoy it. Sometimes I feel like I'm annoying people because I'm like, are your gates open? Can I come over? But
You're that needy friend.
I guess so. Like, I'll do it to Brock. I'll be
Can I
like,
come
"Are you
over? You need to
open?
come over now.
Can I look at your shop? Shop swap." um, but I don't know. It's like a reciprocal thing. Like, I go to their island, they come to mine.
Yeah.
I mean ours. Sorry.
Yours.
It's pretty much
It's your
mine.
island.
Yeah.
No one's fooled.
It's mine. But yeah, no, it's really nice, and it's like this is the first time I've really had like online gaming friends to play with. Like I've never really added anyone on games because we always really just play on like Blake's stuff if it's multiplayer. And then my profile was used for like just single player stuff. But now I actually have like friends that are playing games with me, which is really fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have friends now. I know
Thank
it's
you.
been a
Me
long, hard life.
too.
I feel like a ton of people like are got Animal Crossing and like have
Oh
been
yeah.
playing
I,
this.
I mean, I've had now two friends buy a Switch and Animal
Oh
Crossing
wow.
Mhm.
because, and now I play with them daily. It's great. So
It's crazy. I mean it's like it's crazy that this is like the perfect game for just sitting inside.
Yeah.
do we want to be topical for a moment? Because, yeah, that's probably half the reason why I'm playing.
Like,
Yeah.
it literally came out. I mean, saying it came out at the perfect time would be a little maybe like complicated to say, maybe controversial, but like it really did come out at a time where I feel like people needed something to do while they sit inside all day. And it's like cute and
Escape
relaxing.
from the
Yeah, it's really relaxing and it's fun and it has long-term gameplay. So it's a good option for when there aren't many others.
I think for me, it's like actually kind of mimicking being outside
yeah.
because like I don't just go out on walks anymore because of reasons. But like I talked about this last time, but like the sound effects of just the wind gusting through your town or walking on the beach and the waves coming. That's relaxing, yes, but it's also like acting like outside, and I think it's like fulfilling something
Yeah.
inside
Yeah.
me. That's
Yeah, I
you know, not
I'll
to be romantic or anything.
right. Yeah, no, I this probably isn't a great habit to have, but like I get on Animal Crossing pretty much as soon as I wake up. And once Blake comes out like an hour or two after I've been playing, I'll be like, it's foggy outside, and I'm talking about like Animal
Half
Crossing.
the time, like she'll be saying something, but like I can't figure out if she's talking about in real life or in Animal Crossing.
Like one of the most recent examples is like,
Okay.
man, I really need to eat something. And Blake was like, then just eat. And I was like, no, in Animal Crossing, I have trees to move.
I was like, oh, okay, this is our world now.
This is what Nintendo wanted when they
Yeah.
invented.
I'm like, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, by the way,
So
Gulliver's on the island today. Better get on that.
All right, I'll walk outside and see him.
Okay, cool. Have you had any experience with shooting stars yet?
I've only had one like what would you call it, meteor shower. So I made a wand and that's it. I honestly don't pay attention to the sky, so I'm sure I've had more and I just
Mm.
didn't see it. But yeah, I've gotten a couple recipes from
Celeste.
Celeste. How would I forget her name? And they look really cool, but I can't make them. So yeah, really waiting for those shooting stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like gold nuggets, they take some pretty rare materials.
Yeah. Like that Aries rocking chair that I have in my house. It needed like Aries star fragments and gold and regular star
Yeah.
fragments and
Yeah.
but I did
I just got, yeah, I noticed that. I was pretty impressed that you had one of those. Show off. I just got a recipe from her today that was star garland. I guess they're using garland to mean like the hanging stuff put in your house. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's actually,
Yeah.
but it's just stars on a string, and now I really want that because it reminds me of like the stars I used to have in my bedroom that were glow in the
Yeah,
dark.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 So I need another shooting star thing, so I can take that and line the bedroom with it. Then I'll be living.
Living large.
The only recipes I've gotten from her have been the magic wand and the Aries rocking chair. Oh, and a star clock.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like the clock a lot because it's also like a light, and you can change its color.
It
It's
just looks like a pink, like
it's what's right next to the rocking chair.
yeah, it just looks kind of like this pink, like geometric. I want to say star, but
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's like a spiky
Oh.
thing.
Yeah, I think I did. I did notice it. Didn't know what it was.
Hmm.
You said it's a clock, though.
Yeah, there's a clock face if you
You just have it
turn.
rotated.
Yeah,
Okay.
It looks cool. It's just like a decoration, though.
yeah. But I'm curious to see what other star recipes there'll be.
I mean, I'm sure there's one for every month. Since like this was
Yeah.
the Aries rocking chair, I'm sure there's
Taurus season is coming up,
Taurus, yeah.
and I'm excited for that because I'm a Taurus.
you been making money on the stock market?
Nope.
I've made no money on it. I've only bought turnips once. It was only 30,000 bells worth, and I only made like 5,000 profit. So,
Yeah, I haven't made much either. I
Yeah.
think the most I've made was like 15,000 bells or something.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd rather just buy the turnips to like eat them because one of them constitutes like 10 apples or whatever.
Yeah.
huh, that's good to know.
Hmm. My friend
I think
Claire. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to make a bad joke. Go ahead.
Okay. My friend Claire, she bought a bunch of turnips and then she like fenced off an area and like did the dirt path and she made like a turnip garden out of hers.
Do you plant them?
No, you just
You just
put
them
them
on the
down.
ground?
Yeah.
They're gonna be rotten soon. Huh. I'm trying to think of like some weird stuff that I run into that I just weird stuff that I've come across that's kind of just weird information.
We had that fishing
Uh,
tournament.
Yeah, we had that.
Should we talk
I'm not
about
sure.
that? I like did the whole thing.
Sure.
I don't know.
I didn't do it. I missed it.
Right. So for the fishing
I think
tournament.
that's once a season.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the fishing tournament, the little beaver guy, CJ, comes to your town and like sets up a little tent in the town square and you can still sell him fish and I think he stays like after the tournament too, so if you want to sell him fish you still can, but um you catch as many fish as you can in 3 minutes and I don't know, when I was using bait and I stood in like a specific spot so that I could easily like recast my line and get right in front of the fish. It was usually like between 9 and 10 fish that I could catch every time.
Yeah.
And I did that enough to get all of the prizes. And there's some good stuff, like the fish rug in my bathroom is from that. And I have a little fish wand and a fish purse that's really cute.
Yeah.
But anyway, you gather up your points and you exchange them for these prizes, and then you sell the fish. And you can also get trophies, and I got a bronze one. So.
It gives you random measurements for the fish, right? Like it's a length based turn.
Mm-mm. No, it just
No,
depends
isn't
on
that
how
what
many.
it used to?
It's just based on how many fish you catch. So if you catch 3 or more, you get an extra point tacked on. So like if you caught 3, you'd get 4 points. If you catch like 5, it'll be 6 points.
Something like that.
Or maybe it's
Huh.
2 points extra. It might be 2 points extra.
I don't know. But yeah, it's just
Something.
it's like I think you can max out at getting 12 points in your 3-minute little round. And like you have to get something like insane like 300 points to get the gold trophy, I think.
Yeah. Which I was not
Huh.
about to do.
Yeah. Wait, you got the bronze trophy?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, to get it 300 and only getting 12 points every 3 minutes, that'd be a lot.
Yeah, the bronze trophy was a cumulative 100 points,
Yeah, I think it's 100, 200, 300.
which all just took too much time anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't really know what else weird I can think of.
We could bring up Bunny Day, which.
Oh my god.
I'm glad that's over.
Same.
Okay, so the worst part of Animal Crossing for literally everything Bunny Day. I think I hope the rest of the holidays are not like it. Not only because it was the beginning of the game and everybody, so they inexplicably took away half your opportunities for resources and replaced them with dumb eggs.
Yeah.
But also, once Bunny Day came around and you learned you had to craft all of the different recipes in order to get the prize, I thought, okay, cool. Maybe I'll get something cool if I do this, and it'll all be worth. And then you do that. You spend 20 minutes doing it because there's no autocraft.
Yep.
You go back, and he gives you a recipe for a little doll. And that's, oh no, and a wand. A wand.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was the.
Yeah, that was the grand prize.
Yep.
Yes, so everything at Bunny Day was leading up to getting a wand, which I don't know about you, but I don't care about wands. So I hope that doesn't become a thing.
That's what I was actually thinking. I was wondering if they're gonna have like a wand for every holiday.
It seems like it. For like any major event, like you got a wand for the fishing tournament too.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big fan of wands.
I'm not either. I'm confused as like why that's their big like rare item.
I mean, they used to give you actual furniture, right? Like,
Hmm.
not just the crappy furniture that you crafted in this game, but like a cool item with a cool interaction, if I remember right.
For what? For the
For
holidays?
holidays,
Yeah, just it would depend, I guess.
okay. I mean, either way, yeah, wands right now, they've seemed to have placed a lot of like hype into them, and I don't know anyone that actually carries a wand around because they're, I guess, okay for changing outfits, but they're so clunky to use that it's bad for
Yeah.
even doing that.
And even like if you were to change clothes with a wand, like you can't use repeat like clothing material for different outfits. So like if you
Yeah.
use a set of glasses for one outfit, you can't use it for another one.
Yeah.
And the only benefit of that is you get some extra storage space, but that doesn't matter once you've got 1,400 spaces because you upgraded your house or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I actually ran out
It's,
of storage space right before I upgraded my house. I was a little
that's what
nervous.
I'm, yeah. I'm wondering if that'll be a late game annoyance. If you, like, you're just not going to be able to store everything.
Right.
Probably not.
But yeah, I love, this is only half on topic, but the fact that you can't go into the dressing room with a wand outfit on because a wand outfit is a transformation and
Hmm.
it doesn't like that. That's super annoying and makes me not want to use the wand.
Yeah.
Uh, it's
Probably.
just very clunky and not like the grand prize that they should be leaning on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The only time I'd probably ever carry a wand is I have a magical girl dress, and I'd carry the wand with it because it
To complete the
matches.
look.
But that's it.
I mean that's what they meant them for, obviously, just so everybody could have a magic
Yeah. Especially the Easter wand with the big egg on top.
Oh my gosh, the Easter like final outfit though was so good. It was so good. It was so
Not
over the
good.
top and ridiculous and
Wait,
terrible.
the dress?
Yeah.
With like the egg hat.
So
Yeah.
I have a complaint about that. Why was there a over the top dress but not like an over the top I could
Yeah, like a
Because
tuxedo with
this
eggs.
game is
yeah.
for girls.
Wow.
I was actually slightly annoyed because I wanted something like that and got nothing.
Yeah, that was pretty weird. I don't know why they didn't have like a masculine outfit for that.
Yeah.
But I will give them credit. I was screwing around with the mirror the other day and I realized that switching your gender from male to female does so
It
Hmm.
what?
good on them. Switching your gender from male to female using the mirror does literally nothing.
Oh.
Hmm.
I guess that's
Yeah.
true. I mean, like the hairstyles are all used by everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So inclusivity, they did it, except for having tuxedos.
Yep. That well, that's next holiday. What is our next holiday? Oh, I think we're getting Earth Day
Labor Day,
actually.
obviously.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think we're getting Earth Day.
When is that?
I
Is that
heard.
in May?
I don't remember.
Huh.
I heard rumors that there's gonna be the sloth guy,
Oh my gosh, I
like
love
the
him.
flower shop.
Yeah,
Remember?
I love him.
Earth Day is April 22nd, so actually very soon.
Oh,
That's
Huh.
very soon. That's like in a week. So I don't know if
I
that's actually gonna be a thing.
I hope
It just
in the future. I mean, I know it's very early on, but I hope there's DLC to include people like the shop guy or the flower shop guy, and like the
Well, they said they were
kicks
going to
the
be adding
skunk.
that with, yeah, it's like free like content,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
kind of like how Bunny Day was.
Yeah.
right. And this is the same team that made Splatoon, which is the best like post-launch supported Nintendo
Yeah.
game in the history of Nintendo. So I hopes actually, because I want things back like the cafe from Wild World with Rooster. I don't know why, but I liked sitting in. Um,
Well, have you seen like those villagers talking about stuff like that?
I saw little bits of it that there was yeah hinted at.
Yeah. Certain villagers have certain dialogue that talks about a cafe and then also,
An art gallery.
yeah, a gallery.
Yeah. I really want Celeste to have something in the museum because I mean she used to do the shop in New Leaf, but in this one she like apparently tells you like astrological
Yeah.
stuff, like myths and stories related to astrological signs. And what I really want, which I don't know if this is going to happen, but like at the top of the museum when you go up the staircase, it's just like
A loop. Yeah.
sitting
There's nothing.
area. But I think it would be cool to have like an observatory up there or a planetarium or something.
I definitely think they're gonna put something up there. I don't know if it's gonna be the gallery or it's gonna be something like that. Could be both, but who knows?
Yeah, and assuming they do start supporting the game and actually really new things late after launch, that'll probably play into the whole like this is not a game you beat in 2 weeks. This is something you come back to
Right.
months afterwards,
Yeah.
which I think will work really well. So
Yeah.
hopefully they do that and just keeps the momentum going forever. I won't go insane while I'm staying in my house for the next 7 months.
I'm kind of glad they did that too because it's not like something that is time gated. It's actually like content gated, I guess. Like some things are like time gated, like upgrading your Nook's Cranny shop, but like other things like let's say the cafe or like the gallery, if those are like things that are coming in the future, I don't think you can even like time skip, time travel like and even get those. I think they're just not in the game at all until a major update happens, which is kind of neat.
And even if it is so they have more time to develop, like who cares? Like
Yeah.
it's still
Yeah.
good from a gameplay perspective and for the rest of us who don't want things spoiled.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's all my thoughts on Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I don't have much
Anything
more.
else?
It's still a good game.
I play it every day.
I'm excited for our shop to get upgraded. It still hasn't yet.
Yeah. Only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
We ain't skipping.
Yep. Time traveling's cheating.
For losers.
Wow.
Big
We are
words.
pure.
Wow. Hot take.
We out here saying big words.
All right. What else we got? Switch wise.
Yeah, we could talk about other things just because, you know.
Sure. Let's get all our miscellaneous.
So, right before we recorded the last podcast, Nintendo broke their longest drought ever without a direct, I
That's
think is
right.
what it was.
I was surprised they went so long.
And I'm glad you were only surprised because a lot were completely pissed. So Nintendo released a Direct Mini. So they released a Direct, but specifically kept your expectations down low,
Yeah.
low there. Um, and yet I found more in this Direct than I found in a lot of the Directs they released last year. So I was um yeah. Should I just start reading out names? Go
Yeah.
straight into what I care about.
Let's just read off names, and if anything jumps out, we can talk about it.
Watch me butcher all of these. Panzer Dragoon remake. Don't remember that. Don't care.
Yeah, I think this is a remake of some old game. That's the feel I got. I really know nothing about this one.
Jedi Knight, Jedi. This looked like a MMO type thing to me, and I've never played it, but a lot of people were excited about it. So
Yeah.
good for them.
Yep. So people were happy about it.
They announced there'd be a Bravely Default 2 demo, which I actually like that idea because that game always looked cool to me, but not something I would just buy. So I will download that.
Yeah, I played the first one and I really liked it. Um, so I yeah, I'm super excited for this. Those games are super cool. Just kind of like a typical RPG turn-based type game. Lots of classes, lots of it's very Final Fantasy kind of esque.
It has a different art style, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it's kind of
like
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 almost
chibi.
more
hand
chibi.
drawing.
Yeah,
Yeah. It reminds me of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
yeah.
That
If
game.
you've seen Crystal Chronicles, it's like that.
A turn based.
Okay. Um, Ring Fit Adventures getting an update or got an update. I don't know. With a, I wish I had Ring Fit Adventure now. Man, that sounds like flat.
How's that Ring Fit challenge going for you?
I'm I'm too fit. I broke the ring. I snapped it in half. I haven't gone out and bought a new one.
I need to see a video of rhythm mode though. So if you act like you have a ring with some Joy-Cons, you just you know do that.
I do want to check out this rhythm mode. It does look cool. It looks more of just like just an entertainment sort of thing rather than like sitting down and exercising. It'd be like your arms getting tired from playing too much Guitar Hero or something.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
When are we getting a Guitar Hero reboot? Was that announced in this direct?
Honestly,
I would love that.
I'd be so down. Those games are great.
Hook my Joy-Cons into some guitar peripherals,
Yes.
drum set.
I mean, just like the Wii one, you
Yep.
put the Wii mode in the.
Just slide it right in.
It was so good.
You could have the
Okay.
you could have the Joy-Con slide into the like top of the guitar, like the tuning pegs.
Yeah. I mean, they did it with the little ring for Ring Fit.
I mean, it'd be the exact same.
Get on that Nintendo.
We'll keep hoping.
Yeah. What else we got?
Coming 20 episodes from now, we'll Dream Guitar Hero playlist episode. You can look forward to that.
That's right.
After we do
Yeah.
our Smash DLC Dream List.
Yeah.
Yep. That might be coming up soon. We're running out of things to talk about if it's getting
is
so
true,
good.
yeah.
That's true. Alright, we'll plan it.
Uh, continue on. The Borderlands collection, the Bioshock collection, and XCOM 2 collection. So that's like 9 games. I have played a tiny bit of Borderlands, almost a full game of Bioshock, and no XCOM, but I know they're all good series. So
I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I haven't really. I've played like just little glimpses of each of these, and I was excited that we can actually get a chance to play them now. And especially as like a collection, you don't have to buy them all separate.
Right. If Bioshock goes down cheap, I probably will end up getting it because the atmosphere in that game is unparalleled. But yeah, it was cool just to see that people are still going all in on the ports to the Switch just for the play experience of being able to play it on the.
Yeah.
Those aren't bad looking games.
Yeah, I'm all about ports. I don't care. Like, I know people keep saying like, why are we keep getting all these ports? Like, we're getting ports of Wii U stuff. Why don't we get like new titles and stuff? I'm like, because these games are awesome.
That's how you defend Nintendo, literally.
Yeah, like,
the games are awesome, man.
Yeah, not a lot of people got to play them on the Wii U, so whatever.
People are true friends.
What else do you got?
Burnout Paradise remastered.
Is Burnout?
I
Is
forgot
that
what
like
this
the
was.
old like you go to the arcade and you sit in the racing seat?
That's what I think it is. Yeah, but that's coming to Nintendo Switch. I
Okay.
won't buy it, but I'm sure people will.
Yeah, I'm not about that, but
Xenoblade.
I am kind of actually
Xenoblade
excited
Chronicles.
about Xenoblade.
I I don't understand what about those games looks so good, but it's so tempting that I bought Xenoblade Chronicles X for the Wii U and then played a total of like an hour of it. Thought
Yeah.
it was super fun, and then never went back to it because it was so. I'm sure this game is fantastic,
I
but I
rem-
won't make that mistake again.
I remember sitting down with you for Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I was yeah, it's like I was very confused. Like the systems are so complex. I don't know.
But once again, the hype meter, from what I can tell.
Yeah, I mean Shulk's debut game. I think.
Everyone's really feeling it.
Really feeling it. I'm really feeling it.
Saints Row 4 re-elect. I know this is Grand Theft Auto, but we're gonna pass the rated R thing, but with dildos. So yeah,
Yeah,
that game.
I never got into these games, so I could care less.
Ditto for Minecraft Dungeons, which is Minecraft, but not as far as I know.
Yep, that's the thing.
Okay, and then I put the three things I actually care about.
Okay.
Number one. Oh man, this blew. Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer is getting ported to the new Switch.
I was so surprised when I
I
saw this.
You know what's in my N64 right now? That game. And you know why? Because I hate it and love it. So
Why
it's
do
the
you love it and
greatest.
hate it?
I don't think, as far as I know, there are only 4 maps in that game because it's so bloody hard. I've never unlocked this. That being
It's
said,
incredibly hard.
at least I've played hundreds of hours of that game. So what I'm going to end up doing is buying it and trying to finish the job that my 9-year-old self could not finish and unlock the rest of the maps.
There you go.
But uh, compared to Mario Kart, like Mario Kart's always been maps, and then you just go on autopilot. No, you just yeah,
Yeah.
it's not. I've taken stabs at Star Wars Pod Racer and I still have no idea how to be good at it. And something about that is so enticing that I can't wait to give it another. Also, pod racing is freaking lit.
That's true.
So
Quote it. You heard it here first.
It was like the best part of episode 1.
Get that put on a shirt.
now this is pod racing. Yeah. So a game that I have not thought. Well, that's a lie. I put it in a month before the announcement. But a game that I have not ever considered coming into my life again. It's coming back, and oh man, I'm. Also, it's not like a full remaster. They just like put the N64 textures, like they upres them a little bit,
I
so it
didn't
still
realize
looks
that.
like crap, which is even better. It's I,
It's a more authentic
what a
feel
great
that way.
yeah, what a great announcement. I just A+.
Well, I hope
Devin, you have
I
any?
hope you can uh, make your childhood self happy and actually
It
beat it.
Do I have anything
actually
to say?
Yeah.
No.
Oh man,
The
you were so
only-
passionate about pod racing. I thought maybe.
No. I mean, I thought it was cool in the movie. I'll play it. I don't care. I'm not gonna buy it though. Like if we come over to your place and you're playing it, I'll try it. But
You'll crash
I-
into a canyon
ooh, you-
wall.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You guys didn't hear my texts earlier, did you? When we were scheduling the podcast, because those were Star
Oh,
Wars
yeah.
Pod Racer references.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Blake was like, "What is this?" And I think I was like, I think it's like a reference to pod racing.
I figured it was, but
Yes.
I didn't catch it.
Oh man, those sound quotes are burned into my brain, and I'm glad it's that way. Moving on, the second heavy hitter was Clubhouse Game.
I don't
I'm not
think
even
people
sure.
are going to be as excited about this one as you are.
Um, that was the second game I got for my Nintendo DS.
The original
Me and my
DS?
sister, yes, the original. I don't have a 3DS. I'm not like some hippie. Uh,
Oh, okay.
but how do I explain this?
Board games on the
Some,
DS?
sometimes you just want to play chess. And for some reason, that's really hard to do today, but not when you have Clubhouse games. And this it's why it's great. It's because you know how like on the Wii U commercial they had a segment where people were playing Othello on the Wii U gamepad,
Yeah,
and then it never happened. Now it's going to happen, but on Nintendo Switch.
perfect.
So my
Every.
family is going to crowd around the table. I'm going to put the Switch down the middle, and they're going to go, "What game are we playing?" I'm going to go, "Well, any of these 51 games." And then they're all going to cheer. We're
You're
going
gonna
to
have
be a family again.
great forced family fun time.
Yeah. So,
Fun
yeah,
for
if you don't know what Clubhouse Games is, it's just a bunch of board games in a collect that you can play on Switch.
Is
And
it
because the
online compatible?
I think it is.
Okay, I would actually play that. That would be fun. We've been playing Virtual Monopoly and it's been really fun.
Yeah, we've been playing
Nice.
Monopoly. It's pretty cool.
Nice tabletop simulator.
No,
No,
just a
it's just
Monopoly
Monopoly.
game.
Yeah, it's on
Oh,
PS4.
like on Twitch. Nice. Is there online in that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
But no one's played it with us yet, so it's just been the two of us. We
Yeah.
have a running tally of like who's winning.
Duking it out.
There you go.
Hour-long games.
So far, it's 1-1.
Th- Is is there a way to enable stealing from the bank?
No.
You can make
Oh,
custom
then
rules and stuff, but the way like I grew up playing Monopoly was the wrong way. So
Yeah, same.
like
no one knows how to play Monopoly. That's why
we know.
those
I mean, we
virtual
know how to play
versions
now.
suck.
Yeah.
If you play Monopoly the right way, it actually goes faster than if you play it the way
Yeah.
most people play it.
Yeah.
Huh. I'll look forward to being enlightened the same day that you're enlightened about how great Clubhouse Games is.
That's right. We can have a board game night.
That'll be fun.
All virtual though.
Yes.
A
No.
That actually sounds pretty on point.
I'd be down.
All right, what else we got?
Okay. Finally, they completely copped out of announcing anything and said, "Hey, you remember that Fighters Pass for Super Smash Brothers Ultimate?" Then we were all like, "Yeah." And then they said, "Arms character."
Yeah,
That was it.
I'm excited, but I was like, I wish they could have just announced it when there was more to announce.
Yeah.
Exactly. It felt like the I was gonna say Mother 3. That's not right. The Metroid announcement from a
Metroid
couple
4 or
like a
whatever.
year ago, where they just showed the title
Yeah.
and yep, okay, get hype.
And then
But-
never see it again.
Well, the thing is with ARMS, it's like they're like, there's gonna be an ARMS character, but we're not gonna tell you who it is. So it's like,
And they showed a bunch of ARMS characters,
yeah, I think they showed the entire roster.
which makes me wonder
But-
if it's gonna be like any ARMS character is playable, like as a skin or something.
That would be a good thought. But like honestly, who's gonna care if it's the Mummy guy or Springman? My hype level will be literally about the same for both. So
Yeah, I mean, like,
I don't. Yeah.
ARMS isn't like a kind of game where like these people. I mean, there's probably gonna be people that argue this, but like, they don't have character of their own. Like, they're not part of like a campaign or anything.
Yeah, they're
Like,
just fighters. That's
yeah,
all
you're
they
just
do.
plopped down in like an arena and you're just fighting. Like, Sure, they have like a tiny bit of character to make them like different from each other, but you don't know anything about any of these characters.
They're like the extra human people in Mario Golf. If I don't know if you remember that, they always had random like extra characters that never made it into other games.
No, I do not remember.
Ah man, but yeah,
I was looking at it, and I think there's 8 original Arms playable characters, and I think they added, or wait, I miscounted. There's 10, and then 5 extra have been added.
All I'm
the
saying is Twintel's my girl.
I feel like it'll be like Springman and Ribbon Girl, and they'll just do like 4 skins of each.
yeah, that would be my guess. The one thing I do like about this is I think the arms characters provide a good opportunity to have a unique move set like they've been doing with all the DLC
Yeah,
characters.
yeah,
In someone that has even more ridiculous range than Swordy Fire Emblem guy that's not Swordy Fire Emblem guy.
Byleth.
Byleth, yeah. But like in a
Yeah,
different way.
yeah.
So
That's
that I'd
gonna
be
yeah.
excited.
It'll be strange how they put him in because I mean, Arms is just like a boxing game if you think about it, but at long range. So I'm not sure. I'm kind of struggling to think of like how they can switch that up.
Yeah. Especially since they all have like one move in the game, which is punch.
I was thinking
So
like they like their different B abilities, maybe their special abilities, maybe the different arms you can equip.
It could be.
Because some are like
yeah,
projectiles and others are like heavy hitting, others are like light hitting.
Right.
So I don't know.
that's a good thought. Either way, I think like it's not a bad announcement. It's not a great announcement for like the first of Character Pack 2. Like
Yeah,
that's kind of what I expected.
yeah, I'm fine with it, but yeah, I'm not. It's not a character that I'm like in love with. That I mean, one there's only been one Arms game, so it's not like a. I wouldn't call it like an established Nintendo IP. I mean, it's obviously a Nintendo IP, but it's not like a fan favorite, loving kind of character. Although like
Right.
a ton of those are already in Smash, so I don't know how many. I don't know.
I do think it maybe if you want to go to Rumorville, it indicates that they're looking for characters to add,
Yeah,
which opens the door again for the much beloved Gino to make it into
I
Smash
I
Brothers.
don't know. Well, I'm the ballad is or the fighter pack is such like a mystery 'cause it could be literally anything.
Not Goku. He has
Not
been
Goku. That is
struck
true.
struck down.
Guy Fieri for Smash.
All right, take me to Flavor Town when no one else would.
Save it for the Smash episode.
All right,
Sorry.
he's my right in.
And that was it for the Nintendo Direct Mini featuring Star Wars Episode 1. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
it felt very much like kind of like what those indie directs feel like. Just like a ton of games, quick.
but they were AAA games that were all 3 years old.
Yeah, pretty much.
Am I crazy or do I remember like Just Dance being announced for Switch or something?
I think that was already a thing.
Was it? Okay.
It's definitely already a thing.
Well,
I
I'm
think it was a
excited for
different.
that.
That came out a long time ago.
Really?
2018, 2017.
It came out?
It seems
It
like
came
they
out
had
for
one
Wii.
for every year.
Oh my gosh.
2017, 2018,
For the
2000.
Switch?
Yes, 2019, 2020.
Oh my gosh, I'm about to download Just Dance. I love that game.
You're 4 years behind.
That's
Wow.
gonna be your Ring Fit adventure.
Yeah.
It really will be. I love Just Dance.
I loved it in high school with the Connect. About it. I still can't dance.
Oh, it didn't do its job.
And with that, I think we've hit the end.
I think we have.
So, thank everybody for listening, especially our viewers in Baltimore and Alaska and
Germany.
Russia.
Germany,
Yeah, Russia.
Bavaria.
Germany. Nice. We're going worldwide, baby. So, yeah, thank you all for listening, watching, sending us emails, Facebooks, Twitters, Instagrams, YouTubes. You can find us on everything, including iTunes, Spotify, and at Fourshade Studios. That's FourShadeStudios.com. Do we even have that? We have a website?
Not yet.
FourShadeStudios.com.
By the
So,
time you
yeah.
hear this, it'll be there.
So, yeah. We'll be on in a bit. Maybe next week, maybe 2 weeks.
Maybe next month.
Maybe never.
That's.
Show's canceled.
See ya.
Bye.